Hello, Heidi Lacey Olive here. I am up here on this beautiful hilltop. It is sunny and breezy and pretty much gorgeous. There's literally not a cloud in the sky. Let's see if I can show you the sky. Anyway, it's a really nice day. And I am blessed to be up here on this hill with a beautiful view. And I just wanted to talk to you guys today about your inner narrative. And this can be described in many different ways. Some people call it negative self-talk, or some people call it, I've heard it called racket. And it can be called a lot of different things, but really your inner narrative is the conversation that's going on inside of your head at all times, really. It can be called the monkey mind. That's what they call it in the East. And for me personally, it's easy to come up with their own personal narrative about how, how you've made mistakes, or how, oh, these people probably think this about me, or even, I don't know, just, it's basically making up a story in your head about the future, the present, or the past. A lot of people replay their inner narrative of the past over and over and over. And some people, they predict what the future is going to be like by imagining it over and over and over in their mind. I know a lot of people, especially me in the past, if you have an issue with someone, you kind of play out how you're going to approach them about the issue over and over in your head. And I can almost guarantee that it doesn't ever play out the way that you play it in your mind. And pretty much your inner narrative is going to set the tone of your future. So if you have an inner narrative that's thinking that people are going to judge you, or people are going to be mean to you, then I can almost guarantee you that you're going to find people judging you and people being mean to you. If you're playing out a narrative of people are going to accept me and people are going to be nice to me, I can almost guarantee you that most people are going to accept you and be nice to you. So I just wanted to kind of go over some tools that can help you to change your inner narrative. And I've kind of already touched on a lot of tools that can help with your inner narrative already. Over the past couple of weeks, I talked about how gratefulness, I still always think gratefulness is probably the number one tool that you can use to change your inner narrative. And you can be grateful about anything and everything, because you have anything and everything to be grateful for. And gratefulness is probably second only to love on my scale of positivity and things to do, to take action to better your life and better the lives of those around you. So gratefulness is definitely going to play into your inner narrative there. Silence, meditation, writing love letters, all of those things can help to improve your inner narrative as well. One thing that I have recently kind of really just gotten full grasp on, that I've always known, but just never really taken to heart, I guess I could say, is literally, you don't have to think your thoughts and you don't have to be your thoughts. And what I mean by that is you have a choice in every thought you think. And a lot of people might argue with me about that, but I know for myself, and I've put into practice for myself, the ability to change the way that I think. And the way that you think frames every aspect of your life. So it's very important. And for me personally, I have been able to realize when I am in a negative self-narrative, a negative inner narrative, and I'm able to change that into a positive narrative. So an example of this can be, well, if I make a Facebook video on Facebook Live, people might judge me for saying the things that are in my heart to say. And this is a real live example of something that I went through when it came to starting to make these Facebook Live videos, just sharing my heart with people. And I was like, well, but you know, these certain people are going to be like, oh, well, you know, I can't listen to her because of this. Or these certain people are going to be like, oh, she's dumb because she didn't use the right word. Or these certain people are going to be like this. You know what I mean? And I had these thoughts, but the reality is that none of those things have ever happened, because they're just thoughts right now, you know? And if I choose to believe that negative inner narrative of, if I do this, these people will do this, then I could never make these videos and never have the opportunity to help another person put a smile on someone's face, or possibly even change someone's whole course of their life. And so instead of listening to these negative inner narratives, I decided to change them into positive inner narratives. And by just making that small adjustment from, if I make a Facebook Live video, people are going to judge me, to, if I make a Facebook Live video, I might be able to change someone's life. Maybe even save someone's life, because I'm willing to put myself out there and take a chance on the unknown and have the possibility of someone learning to love themselves, someone learning to have inner peace, someone learning to be able to accept themselves where they are, and someone possibly even being able to change their inner narrative. And it's not hard to change your inner narrative, guys. You literally, all you have to do is recognize your inner narrative and change it. It's not complicated. It's not difficult. And it could literally change the entire course of your future just by that one simple step, that one simple thing of realizing that your inner narrative of the future hasn't happened yet. It's not reality. And also recognizing that your inner narrative of your past experience is in the past. It's not reality anymore. And the moment that you have is right now. And if you want to change your life, you have to be willing to change things in your life. So one huge step that you can take to changing your life, if you want your life to change, is to change your inner narrative from the what if of the unknown to the what else is possible in the future. And for me personally, I like to think that instead of, these people probably think this about me, some kind of negative thought, I can think, these people are probably loving what I'm saying and getting the most benefit from it. And the more that I allow myself to have those thought patterns instead of that negative self-narrative, the more likely I am to have a lasting effect on the people around me and the people that are watching these videos that I make. And that is my real goal. So if I keep focus on my real goal of wanting to help people instead of keeping focus on the opposite of my goal, which is to be judged by people and make people angry, then my goal is going to be easily attained. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys. That was really on my heart. Instead of making up negative stories about yourself or about the people around you, why not make up positive stories about yourself and the people around you? And just imagine yourself flourishing and imagine the people around you flourishing because you're flourishing. And you'll see it open up before your very eyes. And that kind of touches on the thought of judgment as well. And when you find yourself judging someone else or yourself, you can just ask yourself, like, why do I have this thought process? Or why do I feel that way? Because there's always going to be something deeper that you can root out and throw into the fire. And much of our negative inner narrative is going to come from those places, those deep-rooted things that we might not even know are there. So I just encourage you guys to take some time to figure those things out so that you can actually allow yourself to grow and blossom and bloom into who it is that you really know you are inside, because that person has always been there. And a lot of times we allow circumstances and thoughts to stifle and strangle that person to where we can't even see that person anymore. But that person never goes away. It might be hidden, but it's there, and you can find out who that is again and allow yourself to flourish and seed and put forth everything that you have to offer to the world, and allow those seeds to take root in other people so that everybody can enjoy the beauty that you are. And I hope you guys liked this video. I liked this video because I was able to be vulnerable and real, and I'm always real and vulnerable, but sometimes these videos pull from a different place of my heart, a deeper place, and I feel like this is one of those times. And So I hope that it touched your heart as well, and if you liked it, please feel free to share it with other people so that they can benefit from what you've gained from it today. And I'm gonna enjoy this hillside and this mountain view. And thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for liking. And I will talk to you soon. Love you guys.